The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Today, we're talking all things Jets training camp. The Jets report tomorrow. The rookies have already reported, and we got some news to react to. Frankie V back from Italy is going to join me. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
We sitting in here, we excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Let's go! A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Show number 2 on the day. If you missed the first one, man, did you miss a fun one. Big thank you to the Marty Lyons Foundation for having us out at the Marty Lyons Celebrity Golf Classic this morning. Second year in a row, we have broadcasted from the charity golf tournament, their 40th annual event. They have raised over $45 million since the charity started, helping to grant wishes to terminally ill children. Marty is as good of a guy as he was a player, and he was a great player, of course, for the Jets. So awesome interview with him and so many great Jets. Eric McMillan stopped by. Fireman Ed came on the show. We had a who's who of Jet legends on the program this morning, so check it out if you missed it earlier. And again, thanks to Marty and the entire team with the foundation for having us out there, raising some money for an incredible cause. With that, we say hello to a man who is back from Italy. Is he speaking Italian? Frankie V from uSTADIUM and the Gangs All Here pod with the New York Post joins us now. Ciao, Frankie.
Ciao, Jake. Come stai?
I'm glad you made it, man. Are you on Italy time? Is that why you were running behind today?
Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, my first flight had been delayed, so we had to all book new flights. That's what happens when you try to be a cheapo and take Norse. So, yeah, I missed a full night anyway. So I had 0 hours of sleep going to Italy. Imagine that, landing in Rome at 2. Then I had to miss my connecting flight, so I had to take another flight later. So I'm all backed up, man. But I'm here. I'm ready to go. Had some coffee, you know. I'm ready for you, man. I'm ready.
The Jets are ready. They report officially tomorrow. Rookies there. Glenn will speak in the early afternoon, so we'll cover that on the show. But I mean, how are you feeling about this Jets team going into camp? Are you on the optimistic side as we've gotten closer and closer here, or has reality set in on what this season is in all likelihood going to be, in your opinion?
I think I'm starting to hit some reality as to what this season's probably going to be. No, Jake, in all honesty, I love the roster. I really do. And I'm not just saying that. I really love the roster outside of quarterback. I love the pieces they put together. I think this is how you set the building blocks for a potential team that can make the playoffs in the future. I just don't think that's this year. And the reason why is head coach, offensive coordinator, and quarterback and defensive coordinator. I mean, have you even said the name Brian Duker in the last month of this show? I mean, is he even been brought up? I mean, I know Glenn's calling the defense, but he's got to be doing something there. He's the defensive coordinator. We haven't even brought him up. So
it's kind of like Darryl Loggins when he was the OC when Gase was the head coach. And that didn't go too well. So I'm hoping that Brian Duker and Aaron Glenn works out better than Gase and Loggins did.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Glenn and Reich both have to just be extremely aggressive in what they're doing. Do not try to play some cute or ground and pound or time of possession kind of football game. Let these guys get after the quarterback. Let these guys throw the ball down the field. Try to be aggressive. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If blitzes are coming and we still can't cover, then we're not going to win anyway. If you're throwing the ball down the field and Geno's throwing 5 or 6 interceptions, you're not going to win anyway. So let these guys kind of go out and just ball out. Don't try to play anything conservatively here. Why? Because I think the talent that we have on this roster has the potential to make a bunch of big plays, man. We know what Garrett can do. Omar Cooper Jr., Sadiq, Mason Taylor, Brees, even Braylon Allen, even Isaiah Davis, I like in certain spots. So let these guys go out and make plays on defense. Let these guys get after the quarterback. You just brought in a stud pass rusher. You have another one that can get after the passer. Bunch of linebackers that can get after the passer. DeMario being one of them, was proven throughout his career. I think he has over 45 sacks for his career. Let them get after the quarterback. I'm just afraid, and where I'm saying where I've just told you, and I'm telling myself that reality is setting in, is like, I just think they're gonna play some slow time of possession. Let's just do what we can just to win the game. And I think they're making a big mistake if they approach it that way.
Training camp storylines. We'll get into that. Also want to remind people that we will have a raffle prize on today's show. Our first show today, we didn't have a giveaway because we were on the road at the Marty Lyons Charity Golf Classic. But today's giveaway, in honor of the rookies already being at camp, how about a Jets first-round pick jersey? Frankie V won a David Bailey jersey.
I got it today.
It showed up? Wow.
Yeah, I haven't opened it yet, but I was gonna wear it on the show. But next show, I'm gonna wear it.
No. You're putting this on today. We're gonna make sure that you unwrap.
You want me to? All right, I need to grab it. So yeah, to take a commercial break. I need 2 minutes.
I'll talk. You go get the Bailey jersey. All right, go get it
right now.
Right now, immediately.
Done. All right,
let's go. We're manifesting greatness. All right, Frankie V won a David Bailey jersey on the show 2 weeks ago. The last time he was on before he went to Italy, he won it because Purple Belt Mike sent in donations and said, put these in for Frankie. His name was called on the wheel. If we get 20 people on the wheel of champions, we'll spin at the end of the show for a Bailey jersey, an Omar Cooper Jr. jersey, or a Kenyon Sadiq jersey. If you prefer a different current Jet or a Jet legend like Namath, Klecko, Revis, etc., we can make that happen for you. But we need Tanky V, the leader of the Bailey Bros, to rock that jersey on today's show. So that's the raffle prize coming up at the end here. We also will continue with the Azzy Awards this afternoon. This afternoon, the category is Fall from Grace. That's right. A regular caller who no longer calls on the regular, or in the case of Dre, JJ, and Allen, never call at all. So the Fall from Grace Azzy Award is up for grabs when we open up poll voting in that. While we wait for Tanky to come back with his David Bailey jersey, I want to shout out a couple of members who became or who gifted channel memberships, I should say. Derek, the Kansas Jet fan, gifted one membership. He's first up on the wheel today. And then Ozzy Fullers sent in a gifted membership. So he's in the Wheel of Champions for one. EBM watching the show says, let Bailey get after those QBs, baby. F Salah too. So if you guys saw my conversation with Fireman Ed says that someone that spoke with Robert Saleh at that charity golf classic that Saleh participated in out in Utah. Rodgers would play in that event every summer. A bunch of NFL guys always play in this charity golf tournament in out in Utah, right? And apparently Saleh said he's going to kick the Jets' ass week 1. So,
whoa! What's up, everybody?
David Bailey jersey.
Oh man!
Yeah. Look at that. Frankie V.
Looking nice, man. I needed this.
The Bailey Bros. Lead us to glory, Frankie. Lead us to glory.
Dude, I'm ready to go. If I feel like I could play next to Billy like Marty Lyons next to Gastineau, you know?
David Bailey, Frankie V.
David. Yeah! Yes! That's my guy. That's why they pay Muji the big bucks. That's the damn pig. Sorry, that's the freaking pig, baby. Finally, the Jets are back. The Jets are back.
He's got himself a David Bailey jersey. Let's go.
Thank you.
Well, thank Purple Belt Mike. He's the one who put your name on the wheel. He paid $20 for it, and he turned that into a jersey that you're now wearing.
I think it looks pretty good, man. I like this. I don't know. I'm feeling this. I haven't liked the past jerseys we've had. This one's nice, though. I'm liking this. Feels good.
Big fella says, Tanky, leave that negativity on the gondola, bro.
You know what, man? I'll reserve total negativity judgments post camp. I think we'll see what this team's about in camp. How about that? So I'll be a little more positive.
How about this from the Doc? Doc, 10 gifted memberships. Doc Jet fan on the Wheel of Champions, playing to win a jersey. Let's go.
Hello, you play to win the game.
That's right. Here are the 10 listeners who are now channel members, thanks to Doc Jet fan, Terrell's a Jet fan, Robert CX, Yabo Joel 8, Goose McGee, D Stern 60, Dookie 806, Sarah from Down Under, Jonathan Dixon, Frankie Constantino, and Juno Rudy, all receiving a channel membership there from our guy, the Doc Jet fan. Frankie, let's talk some actual news. This broke over the weekend, and I didn't like it when I saw it. The Jets have placed T'Vondre Sweat on the NFI list, the non-football injury list, and 2 other players on the PUP list. Sweat's the biggest name here, so let's start with him. Now, according to reports, this injury that he has is not supposed to be anything that keeps him out long, but he's a big dude, new team, and the official injury, according to Zach Rosenblatt, is a hamstring injury. So when you have a 300-plus pounder dealing with a hamstring injury, I don't care how minor it is, I don't like seeing that. What was your reaction to that? And then the other 2 players, Tim Patrick and Tyler Barron, will be on the PUP list at the start of camp. Patrick is not expected to be out long.
Well, damn it, man. The big fella didn't want me to be negative, and you just had to throw this at me. Oh boy. I'm kidding. But, Jake, T'Vondre Sweat has to be in shape for him to be successful here. That's just it. He's not only over 300 pounds, he's over 350, maybe 360 plus pounds. So he's a big dude. He had some endurance questions, I guess, with Tennessee. I mean, that's kind of par for the course when you're 350, 360 pounds. Can't play at 375. You could play at 360, right? So you got to stay within that sort of weight, or at least under 370-ish. If you're getting close to 400, you can't play in the NFL usually. So he's just got to stay in shape. I heard some people saying, well, it doesn't matter as long as he's ready for preseason or for the regular season. Yeah, it kind of does matter because he's the type of player that needs to be in shape. So I just hope this is a 1.5, 2 week thing. I hope he doesn't balloon up in that time frame. Let's say it's even 2.5 weeks. I want to see him get some looks in preseason. If he comes into the season in shape, I think it could be productive. If he's not and he's playing himself into shape, you might be looking at, week 4 or 5 where T'Vondre Sweat's back in shape and able to be productive. And then at that point, he's got to work himself into this sort of rep share that these defensive tackles are going to go through. So listen, this isn't the end all be all for T'Vondre Sweat this season by any means. The injury is apparently a minor strain. I was kind of reading between the lines there and kind of talking to some people. It's nothing too detrimental, but we got to make sure that he gets back on the field and he's ready to go come week 1. That's my only concern. If this thing lingers and he starts not keeping himself in shape and he starts ballooning a bit, these big guys, when they get hurt, they can start gaining weight pretty fast. So I'm just a little concerned about that, but it's something major where he's not going to be able to play for a month or so. So
let's hope it's minor. Let's hope that he's only out a couple of weeks and he's ready to go, because he's a really big piece to their defense. I mean, they traded Jermaine Johnson for him. They're switching to the 3-4 base defense, and he's a guy that on first and second down, his job is to basically be a space filler and it cause havoc in the running game and allow guys like Demario Davis and Jamian Sherwood at linebacker to go out there and make plays. And the Jets were awful against the run last year, and T'Vondre Sweat was their biggest addition up front to try and be better in that department. So him being healthy, he's vital for this defense.
100%. And think about this too. Week 1, we're playing his former team. I'd like him at somewhat full strength, because those big dudes, when they get mad against their former team, they might make a play or two that could be the difference in a game like that. So I definitely want him out there week 1.
I think it's a great point. Revenge game week 1
totally
for T'Vondre Sweat against his old team, and obviously the Jets facing Salah and all that comes with that. So we'll see, but obviously this is the first real training camp news we've gotten, and it's injury related, which is never a great sign here. Frankie V is my guest. Make sure you guys hit the like button and you are subscribed to the channel. I mentioned the Azzy Awards. We're going to vote for that coming up. So be ready to roll. And again, our raffle prize at the end of the show, if we get enough entries, is a Jets first-round pick jersey. We need 20 names on the wheel. So far, we have 12, so 8 more, and we spin at the end. You pick a first-round pick like David Bailey, Omar Cooper Jr., or Kenyon Sadiq, and we'll send you a jersey like we did for Frankie 2 weeks ago on the show. Also want to say this for those who are now getting back into the swing of things. Viewership is already up this weekend. I've noticed a huge uptick, so people are excited for football, which is great. We're having a meetup on Saturday. That's already this week, our annual training camp meetup. Cloverleaf Tavern after the Jets practice in the morning. So figure 11, 11:15, 11:30-ish. We'll be at Cloverleaf. It's a free event. There'll be some food and drinks for people to purchase. Also going to be some complimentary items courtesy of Chef Kevin and the staff at Cloverleaf Tavern. So RSVP, if you're going to be joining us, we have over 50 people who will be at the restaurant that are hardcore as maniacs, all having a good time at practice. Comments, questions, super chats, they always cut the line. If I say to you, minus Geno Smith in the offense, what's the big storyline you're following from day one on, starting tomorrow? What's that?
Secondary, man. That's my number one storyline, I think, even outside of Geno Smith in the offense. That secondary to me has to be able to hold up. I think we're going to put pressure on the quarterback. I have faith, obviously, in Mr. 3-1. I'm always a Will McDonald fan. I love the linebacking core for the most part. In terms of especially versatility, I think they can both, Sherwood and Davis, do a little bit of everything, play a little off ball. I think we could get after the quarterback. Those guys have to hold up a little bit, though, back there, Jake. If it's too easy for opposing receivers and tight ends to get down the field or even get yak, it's not going to be advantageous for those guys up front. So that, to me, I think, barring the offense just looking atrocious, is something that I'm just going to be tuning in throughout all of preseason. I mean, and all of camp. Jake, look at what the secondary looked like last year. I know they didn't have an interception, but they didn't even play well outside of that. It's not like they were helping in the run department. It's not like they were shutting down opposing receivers at all. I mean, it was an open field out there, man.
It's a brand new secondary. I mean, if you think about
it is.
Stevens is the only real holdover. I guess you could say, well, how about Brownlee? But Brownlee was acquired in the middle of the season already. Like you look at the Jets secondary, so much of it, Frankie, I think it comes down to just how good Pons is as a rookie and how good Azareye'h Thomas could be in his second year. Like if those guys step up, they're going to be a lot better than many think. If they're not ready for the spotlight to be starters, and let's say Minkah Fitzpatrick is not what he was, then this secondary could be a major weakness. And by the way, shout out to Gator McCluskey. I purchased a Gator mug for my cup of coffee here. So the chat noticed right away. Shout out to you, Gator. Love your coffee mug here. Oh, yeah.
It's a cool logo. Is that really Gator's logo?
It is. The Gator McCluskey, baby.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool little R.
But anyway, Pons, Azareye'h Thomas, those are the two players I'm focused in on in the secondary all summer.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Especially, I would say AZ. I'm curious how he looks, especially in open space. And you can get a good sense of that in training camp because he is physical and he does know how to play bump and run, and he's a bigger body sort of corner. I wonder now with the speed, because his whole MO coming out of the draft was he's a 4.55 guy. Should we think about, or whomever was going to draft him, should they think about putting him at a little safety or playing him in the box at times? Because typically a 4.55 guy doesn't bode so well as a corner. But he didn't seem to, lack in the speed department too much. He plays faster than I think his 40 time indicated. He did get burned last year by T. Higgins, but that happens. T. Higgins burns corners every other week, it seems like. So, I'm curious how he looks. How does he move with those guys? Because those guys are going to challenge him. Those guys are fast. You're taking Garrett, Omar Cooper Jr., even your tight end, Sadiq, fast, man. You got a fast AZ. I mean, the other, what's his name? Mitchell. He's really fast too. So that's going to challenge AZ Thomas a bunch. I think it's going to be really good practice and good looks for him all camp.
Comments, questions, super chat, cut the line. We haven't heard from this guy in a while. Felix Campos in the house. Felix, I hope you're having an outstanding summer. Ladies and gentlemen, hit it.
Felix Campos, he wonderful, wonderful guy. He gives a lot of gift memberships and loves the Jake Asman Show.
Take the money.
Felix, hope you're doing well, my man. You are in the Asmaniac raffle for 5. Got a super chat that just came through from Felix. He says, "What's up, Jake and Frankie? Who do you believe will have a sneaky good season? Give me a total underdog." Well, I would have told you T'Vondre Sweat was going to have a breakout year with the Jets, but I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous when there's a 300-pound guy dealing with any sort of hamstring injury when he's trying to learn a new defense. So I don't like that. I'm not completely out on him, but he was certainly a name that I think could have a sneaky good year. I'll go Jawan Briggs. I think what we saw last year from Briggs was real. I think he's going to be even better this year being coached up by a real D-line coach in Carl Dunbar. I think they have something with Briggs. No one's talking about Jawan Briggs. We talk about every other player, it feels like, on the Jet defense besides the guy last year who probably overachieved whatever expectation there was for him, if there were any. So I'm going to go Jawan Briggs.
I'll give you one. I'm not going to go on the offensive side because I've been bringing up, Braylon Allen a bunch on your show, but I'll go on the other side. I'll join you on the defensive end, Jake. What about Jarvis Brownlee? How did he look here last year? Before he got a little banged up and hurt, Jarvis Brownlee was flying all over the field. I think he has a role in that on that defense, and I think he's the kind of player that a guy like Aaron Glenn would appreciate and put in some advantageous position. So I think Brownlee's going to make some plays. I think he fits what we're looking for. I've seen corners before with the Jets that looked like Brownlee, played like him, played the same spot as him, make a lot of plays. I think Brownlee's going to find himself a nice home here with us. He could play a little inside. He could play a little outside. He's tough. He's never shy to stick his hat in there. He forced a fumble. I think his first game he played with us last year. Tennessee fans weren't happy when they got rid of him, actually. They were like, what the hell are we doing? So I like Jarvis Brownlee here a ton.
Brownlee's a good one. I wonder what his role is going to be if Ponds is the starting nickel.
Yeah, I do too. Listen, man, but Jake, you can never have enough corners right in this league, it seems like, especially guys that can play a little inside and out. If he was strictly an outside corner, I'd agree with you. I think the fact that he does play in that nickel role and can play a little bit, even a little bit of safety, Jake, he could play that role a bit. I know he's very versatile as a D-back, so we could move him around a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the Azzy Awards. All right, we're going to continue with an award every show until we wrap up all 22 of the Azzy Awards that we have for 2026. Today is the Fall from Grace Award. That's right, a regular caller who no longer calls. They've fallen from grace, and V-Man being on here is tough because he was an everyday guy, but he talked about the Jets just causing so much depression he had to step away. So I hope he returns. Dre, we haven't heard from in God knows when. Same with Allen. Same with JJ. So the Fall from Grace Azzy Award is today's category. Your vote will determine who gets the Azzy. So ladies and gentlemen, right now it is time to vote. Voting for the Azzy Awards is officially underway.
Cast your vote for the best. It's time for the Azzy Awards. It's time for the Azzy Awards. Cast your vote for the best. It's time for the Azzy Awards.
Vote. Polling is officially open. I forgot to hit start poll. So your vote determines who wins the Azzy. Frankie, you were nominated for an Azzy. You want me to tell you what you were nominated for?
Best takes.
You were nominated for the drunkest guy to ever go to Atlantic City. No, you were nominated for the best co-host award by the committee. Yeah, you, Omari, Robbie, Joe, quite the crew here.
Wow. Please vote for me. I don't want to finish in last, please.
I don't know when your vote is. It was supposed to be at the very beginning, but I wanted to save it because it's a great award. So we'll save it towards the end of this year. So you got some time to still try and curry some favor with the Asmaniacs if you want to get some votes for the Azzy Awards.
You know what? I really appreciate that, guys and gals. It's very nice of you. Look at that picture of me in there. Look ridiculous.
Frankie V, Omari Brown, Robbie Sabo, and Joe Blewett all nominated for a coveted Azzy Award. If we got super chats, we'll hit them as we go. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in. Please hit the like button. And if you're new around here or you're just checking back in, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We will get to your calls coming up, I promise. Give me another training camp storyline this week that you're going to be glued in on. Is it Cade Klubnik? Can we talk practice stats with Cade? Because they didn't sign that veteran, so he's going to get a real chance to be QB2 behind Geno Smith, it feels like.
Yeah, man. I mean, listen, everything I've been hearing and things I've been seeing, he's going to try to come in there and win that job. Cade Klubnik's a big time competitor, and I love that. I love that energy from him. I really hope, listen, they're not going to have an open competition. I understand that, but I hope they allow someone like Klubnik to go in there. And if he's out playing Gino and he goes into a preseason game and plays really well, and Gino's struggling and he's having some issues with the locker room and what they want to do, give Klubnik a shot. It might be a 10% chance he becomes a starter, but give him a shot. And I know Klubnik wants to take that opportunity, and he'll try to take it. I think that'll make Gino better also. I hate the thought of a veteran on, I don't want to say his last legs, but on his last team probably, with the starting role in front of him just given to him. I don't like that. I just think keep it open. Let these guys compete. I always bring up the Russell Wilson, Matt Flynn example. I know it's not apples to apples, that conversation, but they had just brought in Matt Flynn. They gave him a bunch of money for that kind of quarterback then. And Russell Wilson, being a late third rounder, came in and took the job because he deserved to. And look how that turned out. Probably should have had 2 Super Bowls in Seattle. Not comparing again, but I just like the thought of doing that. And I think the players will respect Aaron Glenn a ton more if he does do that with the starting quarterback, because he made a mistake of not doing that last year when he just anointed Justin Fields a starter. And I thought that was a mistake. So don't make the same mistake twice.
Well said. Well said. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Felix checking in, says, doing great. Been a busy summer. Well, Felix, you're the man. Hope you're doing well. We see you at a game this year. He wants to know, how many total turnovers do you think we'll have by the end of the season? More than 4, Felix. More than 4, which is the total the Jets had last year if you count the 1 fumble recovery they had on special teams. I mean, look, they are going to have an interception this year, if not multiple. We can start with that. That will happen.
You're like not convinced they'll have multiple. You like we're studying like they'll have they probably will have multiple.
They probably will have more than one. I mean, look, it's tricky. Like, do I think they could have?
They should have, Jake. They should have at
15
least 7 to 10 at least.
Is 15 too much?
15's a lot for them. 15 would be a good amount. I believe 15 is definitely more than half the teams had last year, I would say.
I want to see the total turnovers for the Bears had the most in the NFL last year. So who else ranked really high?
Yeah, I think listen, I think something like 8 to 10 interceptions would make sense, and then you're talking 6 or 7 forced fumbles, something like that. So 17-ish from 4 would be nice. You want to quadruple that amount, which is crazy to say, but they're gonna have more turnovers. I think purely based on, and they're gonna have substantially more. I think based on the pass rush in and of itself, and DeMario's gonna be there directing a lot of traffic pre and post snap. They're gonna get after it, man. DeMario is the biggest catalyst, I think, for that entire defense. I just think he's a veteran. He knows what he's doing. He's a Jet lover too, man. He loves it. He loves the Jets. He's one of those guys that like we kind of need to kind of come here and stabilize things. He's going to be important for us for sure.
Bears number 1, 33 takeaways. Jacksonville number 2, 31. Texans number 3, 29. Pittsburgh 4, 27. Rams at 5, 26. Seattle 25, and let's go all the way to the bottom. So the Jets at 4, 31 were the Commanders at 10, and the Giants at 15. They were 20. Again, 15.
What about interceptions, Jake?
So this is just total takeaways. I don't have INTs and fumbles isolated here. Again, I think they'll have at least 15, but that's not good. Like Aaron Glenn, if he wants to save his job, they got to be way more opportunistic than that and really decide games. You win the turnover battle, you have an overwhelming percentage chance of winning the game statistically. That's what the Jets need to do to be punching above their weight class and winning some games they're not supposed to.
Yeah, man. That's exactly what they need to do. I mean, if the way that you beat a team like Green Bay, week 2 is forcing Jordan Love, and he's prone to throw interceptions, especially when he's not understanding what the defense is doing. You have aggressive players like D'Angelo Pons, Jarvis Brownlee, making plays on the football. I didn't think last year, they weren't forcing quarterbacks to make bad decisions because the offense was so bad that there was no need for the opposing offense to have to force anything. But this year, I think that'll be a little bit different. I just think that when you're looking at the offense and, specifically, that they're not going to be as handcuffed as we were with Justin Fields at the helm. And I think we brought in some aggressive defensive guys. The number 2 pick in David Bailey, that guy has a motor and he wants to get after it every single down. That'll force quarterbacks to kind of rush some throws. You'll see it with D'Angelo Pons also. He loves to jump, whatever he can. He's a super aggressive cornerback. We saw what he did to Dante Moore the first play of the game. Biggest game of the year. I mean, these guys are fearless sort of competitors. That'll help everybody else out also.
Amen to that. Amen to that. AZ Jet Fan 16 says Frankie is back.
Whoa.
You're back from Italy.
I'm back from Italy, man.
How was the pizza in Italy?
I only had it once in Calabria, but it was awesome, man. The pizza's great. The food.
Pasta?
I think I had 12 dishes of pasta in like 4.5 days, honestly. I had 3 dishes in one sitting just outside one day. They were doing like a whole, they had everyone outside by the piazza and they were just giving out plates of pasta, Jake. And they're like, come on, have another one. Like, come on, have another one. I'm like, oh, all right. You don't have to pull my arm. All right. So
sit back and enjoy greatness.
Yeah. That was always fun. That's always fun going to Italy and going by the piazza. Everyone's just always outside. They're not like us. They don't stay inside too long.
No.
They don't even have AC, so they really don't even want to stay inside.
It's just wild to me that Europeans don't do air conditioning. Like, I could never, ever.
I went to a steakhouse. They had no AC. I got a glass of wine. It was boiling hot. I'm like, you can't serve wine like this. They're like, oh, what do you want us to do? There's no air conditioner. I'm like, what the hell are you guys doing?
That's unbelievable. Today's Jake Asman Show is brought to you by a brand new sponsor, Brooklyn Betting. My bet is being delivered tomorrow, baby. When I told my super that I'm having a big delivery, he said to me, another piece of Jets memorabilia. I said, no. No, this is for me. It's a Brooklyn Betting mattress, and I'm fired up about it. Between hosting the show, all the radio I'm doing, traveling, spending way too many hours talking about this miserable franchise, I need to get quality sleep, especially now with training camp here, and Brooklyn Betting is going to help me do that. These are the best mattresses you're going to be able to find. I've heard amazing things from so many of my friends who already have a Brooklyn Betting mattress. Some of my favorite content creators already are Brooklyn Betting users, so I'm excited to try it out for myself. I got a 120-night comfort trial, so if I don't like it or I want to switch the models, I can certainly do that. Check it out for yourself. The website is brooklynbetting.com. Use my promo code Jake. That's my first name, Jake, at checkout. 30% off site-wide during their summer sale, which is going on right now. That's brooklynbetting.com. Promo code Jake for 30% off site-wide. So I look forward to testing out this bed later this week, but the reviews speak for themselves. Shout out to Brooklyn Betting for coming on board the Jake Asman Show as a sponsor. We'll hit some calls with Frankie V right now. First up today is a man who gifted the jersey that Frankie is currently wearing. We call him around here Purple Belt Mike, a.k.a. PBM.
Purple Belt Mike, he loves the Dark Knight. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that Purple Belt Mike. Purple Belt Mike, he might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
Oh, fuck. Yo, how's that jersey?
Dude, it's feeling nice, man. It's feeling nice. I don't. These new jerseys, the material's better than the older ones. I'll say. I'm loving it, man. I'm not sweating.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bailey to the moon, baby. Bailey's got to get a couple of sacks. Fuck the Titans. Fuck Salah. Fuck Cam Ward. Fuck them all. We got to get this W week 1, baby. We got to do it.
3 sacks week 1. 3 sacks.
Yo, imagine he gets a strip sack for a touchdown, and that's how we win. That would be sick.
How about David Bailey, forced fumble, scooped up by D'Angelo Pons, takes you to the house. Jets win week 1 against Salah.
Oh, that would be – oh, man, let's do it. Come on, God. Please give us this one. We're not even saying the Super Bowl, but just give us week 1.
That's all you want.
For everyone that doesn't know, Frankie is the fucking best. Frankie's awesome. You got to meet Frankie. Frankie's awesome. And he's also a big guy. He's like 6'3" or some shit. How tall are you, Frankie?
I'm like 6'1.5", but
He's a
Ah,
former
man.
football player, baby.
He's a big boy, man.
He's
It's
in his
awesome.
high school's Hall of Fame.
Hell yeah.
please.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to call in and say what's up. It was nice meeting you, and hopefully we
Likewise.
can meet you again.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Thanks for the jersey. Next time we meet, I might have something for you. So I'll try to get there on Saturday. I don't know if I can, but I'll meet up with you guys for a game or something for sure.
I'm not going to this weekend. I'm going to go to the 25th, though. That's actually my birthday.
Oh, really?
The Dolphins game is my birthday, yeah, so I'll be there for that.
Okay. Yeah. I'll coordinate something. Maybe I'll be able to go.
Cool. All right,
Mike,
gents.
You're the man.
Let's go
PBM,
Jets.
everybody. Let's go. Purple Belt Mike checking in. Keep it rolling with your
Great
calls. Doc Jet fan, who was at Gangrene Beach Club, is also up next on our show today. He's on the line. Hello, Doc.
Hey guys, how are you? I wanted to play a little game with you if you had a few minutes. I'm going to throw out a prediction. I love that Frankie's on. I want you guys to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down on the prediction, and then 1 or 2 sentences as to why you think what you think. Ready?
All right.
The Jets will finish 7-9-1 and still be in coaching purgatory, deciding what to do with Aaron Glenn.
Ooh. I'm going to go like half up, half down. I think they'll be in coaching purgatory, but 7-9-1 feels like too many wins for me. I'm lower than that, but I do think it's not going to be like it'd be typical Jets to like have this big debate before we have the biggest debate. Which quarterback should they take? We'll have the big debate. Should the head coach even be here to make that pick? So I totally could see that. So I'm like right kind of like leaning towards down because I don't think Glenn's any good, but I could see them being at like 6 wins, and we're having this big debate whether or not he should stay or go.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go thumbs down, but I'm gonna go thumbs down because I don't think we'll be in coaching purgatory after the season. I don't. I think we'll have a clear answer. We'll either tell ourselves Glenn worked some magic and he deserves another year, or they're gonna get off him. They need to be certain if they're gonna have 3 first-rounders and want to go with a new quarterback, in my opinion. So.
Well, I threw those numbers out because nothing's ever easy in Jetland. I don't think it'll be cut and dry either way.
Oh, it makes sense.
Okay, fine. The Jets will finish in the bottom quartile, 25th or worse in total defense. Jake?
Say it one more time, Doc.
The Jets will finish 25 or worse in total defense.
I don't.
Under Aaron Glenn.
I'm gonna go thumbs down on that. So
Why would you say that, Jake?
I don't believe Glenn's a defensive guru. I don't think play calling is a superpower. I looked at his years in Detroit, and I think this team's less talented than some of those Lions teams that he had.
Frankie?
I think the front 7 is Aaron Glenn proof. So I don't even think it really matters the kind of defenses he'll call. I think with DeMario there and Sherwood and those guys up front, I think they'll be good enough where they're not going to be 25th or worse.
I'm with Jake. You look at the history of Aaron Glenn, particularly his first few years in Detroit, and what you got was significantly worse than 25th. Okay, next one is a parlay prediction. Pons will make the Pro Bowl and have the Jets' first interception.
I mean, statistically, you just got to go down because, like, you're asking a rookie to be the Pro Bowler and have their first INT. I can see him having the first INT. Why not? Let's go thumbs up on that if we isolate your predictions. But I'm going thumbs down on him being a Pro Bowler as a second-round pick. It's rare for corners to make the Pro Bowl as rookies, let alone a second-rounder.
You know, I'm going to go thumbs up. He's going to be a Pro Bowler, an alternative, though. Like, there's going to be 2 or 3.
Alternate, yeah.
Alternate, excuse me.
Yeah.
An alternate Pro Bowler. I'm with you. I think he's going to end up being there. So someone's going to get hurt or something. He's going to have a nice year. So
I like it. And he'll be the Jets representative playing ping pong because that's what they do in the Pro Bowl now. Okay, next one. Kenyon Sadiq will completely underperform all expectations as a rookie. Jake?
What are your expectations for him?
I'm leaving that to you. But, what mine are, I'll tell you why. They're not high.
Yeah, I'm going to go thumbs up on that. I'll tell you why. There's too much love with Frank Reich right now. I got to see it. I mean, Frank Reich's offense is – I saw something today that kind of made me a little sad, but it's a fact, so I'll just read it. Frank Reich's last 5 years. Last year, Stanford interim head coach, 122nd ranked scoring offense out of 136 college teams. 2024 took the year off. 2023, Panthers head coach fired after 11 games. 31st ranked scoring offense, 2022 Colts head coach, fired for Jeff Saturday halfway through the season, 30th ranked scoring offense, 2021 Colts head coach, 9th ranked scoring offense, thanks to Jonathan Taylor going nuclear. Hell yeah. It's been a while for Frank Reich. He's so important in getting Sadiq out there in the right type of packages. He had the hernia injury. Is he going to be ready to roll right away? Is he fully caught? There's just a lot working against a rookie tight end when they usually start slow anyway. So I think there's a lot of hype and hoopla for him, and I'll probably fade the public on that. So that's my rationale, Doc.
Frank?
All right, I'm going to go thumbs down on that one. What you just said, Jake, makes total sense, by the way. And I'm very 50-50 on this, but I think him being the 16th overall pick, Frank Reich really wanting him, runs a lot of mesh patterns. I think Mason Taylor is going to completely underperform, if you want my opinion.
Ooh.
I had to pick one of the two. I just don't think he's going to get enough looks, and he's not a yak guy. So I think those looks will go to Sadiq. I think Mason will make some nice plays, important plays, great with his hands, great at positioning. You know, he'll be able to do some stuff in the red zone. But I think Sadiq in today's NFL, it's not like it used to be, Doc, where you can't touch anyone underneath. If they get him the ball, Sadiq as a 4-4 guy, we've never seen a more athletic tight end literally ever in NFL history. He should be able to make plays. It's completely in his court, though. He's overwhelmed and dropping passes, and they're not getting him involved. But I'll have confidence in Sadiq at least putting somewhat of a decent season together.
I'll tell you why I think he's going to completely underperform. All we talk about is quarterbacks, how many starts they make prior to be drafted in the NFL. And if they're under 30 starts or whatever, we say, look, these guys don't have the experience. Sadiq played 1 year in college. He averaged 30 yards a game. I hope I'm completely wrong. If he turns out to be Brock Bowers too, I'd be great with it. But he does not have the experience. He started off a little slow with the hernia surgery. I hope I'm completely wrong. But now that leads me to the next question, Frank, which you sort of answered already. Here's parlay prediction. Mason Taylor will lead the team in first down receptions and touchdowns in the red zone.
I would go 2 thumbs down on that one. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a Mason hater. There's no shot. If that happens, I'm out to lunch, but I don't see that happening. There's too many. Trust me, when they get into camp and you got Garrett Wilson, Omar Cooper Jr., even A.D. Mitchell, and Sadiq running in open field and seeing what they can do after the catch, I highly doubt Frank Reich's going to look at that and say, you know what? Let's give the targets to that other guy. Like I don't see it, but I could be wrong.
I'm thumbs down on it, Doc, but I do think Mason Taylor's going to have a way bigger role than many realize this year. I like him more than Frankie does.
Yeah, if you watch Mason Taylor in college, he was possession tight end. He led their team in first down catches. I think he could be a real weapon in the red zone, but we'll see. Last one. David Bailey will not finish in the top 5 for Defensive Rookie of the Year award.
I know where Frankie's going with this one.
If I had 3 hands.
I'm going with thumbs down too. I believe in Bailey. Crazy. In Frankie V, I trust. David Bailey's going to be incredible.
I hope you're right. I think if we were to redraft, I think Omar Cooper will be the best rookie the Jets have this year, but we shall see. Guys, thank you so much for your time.
Doc, I love it. That was a fun game. Well done. That's a great call. On the eve of training camp, let me shout out Man with a Rake. Man with a Rake gifted a membership. He's in the raffle for one.
Coaching. It's coaching. What do you mean? Because he can do it. It's just coaching. That's all it is.
We're back to Glenn Presser starting tomorrow, baby. Can't wait. More of your calls right now on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. Let's say hello to a man that we call the Big Fella. Hit it.
When he's home, his belly is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, his belly's on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. He calls the show, his belly's on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the Jets, super chats. Where's a big fella? Sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. Where's a big fella?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Big Fella.
How you doing? Yo.
What's up, man?
What's up, Tanky? How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. So Salah wants to kick our ass. That's what he's saying. That guy showed no emotion while he was here for his tenure, and now he's saying he wants to kick our ass. After wasting how many years of our lives rolling out dog shit with Zach Wilson, wasting years of Garrett's career, and he's angry at us. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I hope the Jets are motivated the way I know Salah is going to be motivated. Like I hope the Jets look at it like we can't lose to our coach. I hope Glenn takes that game as seriously as that game needs to be taken, because that game means so much for the outcome of the season. I really believe that.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, we have to win this week 1 game. All the Jet fans going down there. Tanky, you going down there, buddy?
I don't know yet. I don't think so, man. I got to do these post-game shows from here or the post. It's going to be tough all year for me to go to games.
So do I, Frankie. Come on down to Nashville.
Yeah, we want Frankie there, man. We want to meet you, bro.
All right, let me see what I could do.
Tanky V.
Come on. We got to have you there, bro.
And if I didn't have these commitments with the post to do post games immediately after the game,
yeah,
it wouldn't even be a question. Let me see what I can do. I'll talk to Ryan. We could maybe work something out.
Okay, no, that'd be great, man. That'd be great because, like I said, we all look forward to meeting you, bro.
Likewise.
I couldn't make it to the AC meetup, but looking forward to Nashville big time, man. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody down there.
Great city too, right?
Oh, it's awesome. I was there actually 2 weeks ago, and it's phenomenal. I love it. So what are your predictions with David Bailey, like playing time? You think he's going to be on the field a lot, or Will McDonald? He's got to play
5.5 sacks, Frankie V. That's what the PrizePick number said at 5.75. Will he have at least 6 sacks?
Why did that go down? What was that?
I don't know. It moved down, though, so there's even more value now if you want to take Bailey. Is he going to have at least 6 sacks?
He'll have that by week 6.
Yes.
Wow. Hell yeah, Frankie. Hell yeah.
No, he's going to have a game. He's going to have 3 sacks. Remember, that is a prediction for everyone. He'll have a game. He has 3 sacks, and so will Will McDonald, a separate game. Will McDonald have 3.5 sacks. Bailey will have a game with 3 sacks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, good. No, you go ahead, Frankie.
No, I think he's going to be, ready to go out of the box kind of deal. I think they're in run situations on the goal line. They may probably take him out, but I think by the end of the season, Big Fly, I think he'll be playing as much as anyone on that D line is.
You better have at least 6, because every Jet future line I have on PrizePicks has Bailey going over 6. So I have Geno throwing at least 15 touchdowns and Bailey over 6 sacks.
That sounds
so many of my PrizePick lineups. So I'm pumped.
And I see one thing this year. I think Breece Hall's going to really, really show out this year. 100%. They can't stack the box against us anymore. They can't. Geno's going to be throwing the ball down the field. I mean, we haven't had this since before Zach Wilson. Okay, since Darnold, pretty much. Everybody stacked the box against us. Breece, he's years off of the injury. All right, he can get back to that level that we all saw back in the day, and I just think this offense, with having an actual quarterback that can throw the ball, I think that he is going to shine. I don't know how many targets Garrett's going to get, because there's a lot of people now that are going to want the ball. You have him, Mitchell, the 2 tight ends, Cooper. I mean, Garrett will get the majority, but I just think that Breece is really going to show out this year. What do you think?
Look, he's got the offensive line in place to do it, big fella. Great call. And if Breece has the best year of his career, God, would you feel a lot better about this offense being a highly functioning, competent unit? Because for Breece to have his best year, they need to get competent quarterback play so teams can't stack the box, and you're dealing with 8 or 9 man fronts like what we saw last year.
Yeah, man. And the other thing, I don't know if Breece, even last year, fully recovered from those knee injuries, or that knee injury he had as a rookie. I know that was now 3 years ago. Sometimes look at Saquon Barkley. Kind of took him 2-3 years to get that full strength back. Look at what Breece did as a rookie. He was phenomenal. He was the best running back in football, arguably, or top 2. Brees can ball. I'm actually glad we kept him. I thought about that pretty recently because I was almost on the fence of, if he doesn't want to be here, let him go. But you don't let talents like that just walk out the door for basically nothing, or for a 4th round pick even. Screw that. He's too talented. You saw what he did as a rookie. It would have been so us if we did let him go, for him to go somewhere and just pop off like Saquon did. We'll see this year. I like that point. I think Braylon Allen too, and Isaiah Davis. I think you give Brees opportunities to step off of the field, conserve some of his energy, and hopefully Frank Reich can put him in some, advantageous positions for his skill set, meaning get him the ball in open space, like the Lions do with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery, how they yin and yang those guys. We got to figure that out with Brees and Braylon, or Brees and Braylon / Isaiah. They got to figure out how to get Brees easier opportunities to take it to distance.
Well said. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. The Roosters in the raffle for 1. Thank you, Rooster.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though.
Gonna hit more of your calls with Frankie V. Vote in the Azzy Awards as well. Quick update there. Allen, 41% is leading in the Azzies right now for the Fall from Grace Azzy Award. Speaking of awards, our next caller has won many awards.
Ladies and gentlemen, this 256-pound man, the 8-time Superstar of the Year with 2 Grand Slams, 3-time Dancing Champion of the Year, 3-time Announcer of the Year, 3-time Man of the Year, 2-time Asmaniac of the Month, 2-time Manager of the Year, 2-time Comeback Player of the Year, 2-time Home Run Hitting Champion, 2-time FTW Champion, 2-time Superstar of the Decade, 2-time Rookie of the Year, 1-time Party of the Year, 1-time Football Coach of the Year, 1-time Wildest Hair of the Year, and 1-time Bake Off Champion 1996.
And I'm just getting started.
It's the Great Beast Breaker.
Unlike Terry Funk, Dory Funk, Mick Foley, the great, Dusty Rhodes. You gotta say it now, Daddy. Hey, now it's called, now you got a legend who's bled their way, paved their way, broke their back, worked their ass off, feed their kids, and at least get to the top of the mountain. And why? It's because of blood, sweat, and tears. And did I hear Salah say he's gonna kick our ass? You got a fucking problem? Are you fucking high? Are you high? First of all, the only ass that Salah's gonna kick is his own, because he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. You know what? Stick him in a room with 30 or 40 kids, right? And I'm laying there definitely bored out of my mind. And I look at this one guy and I say, hey, Johnny, you got a life for me, right? Kid's taking a dump in his diapers, drooling all over himself. Hey, this kid, he thinks he's got some freaking class, right? No, I don't think so. Hey, I'm just laying there with my leather jacket. I'm thinking, okay, I feel good like a king. But just think of it this way, man. Everybody's got to pay the piper, right? Everybody was boy. Oh, shit. Jesus Christ. Oh, my God. Wow. Wow. Son of a bitch. Wow. Another card.
He has kidney stones.
I know. Just give me a minute. Just camera.
It's not life-threatening.
Wow.
You missed a lot when you were away, Frankie.
When was that show?
Last week.
Oh, really? Damn it.
More of your calls right now, ladies and gentlemen. Always good to get this guy on the line. It's the Rooster.
What's up, Jake?
Rooster.
Frankie, David, Bailey, V. Very excited to talk to you as well. I think he is going to have a great season. I think he's going to get to the quarterback. And I think by the end of the year, he's going to be an every down player. It's going to, we're going to ease him in with the run. But this is a sack league. I agree with you there. And that's what his job's going to be at the beginning of the season. Go get to the quarterback. I mean, right? That's what we drafted him for.
Go make an impact, right? Like be disruptive. The Jets, the Jets, I think, have raised their floor with their defense with some of the moves. They don't have any stars on their defense, though. Bailey could be a star. Like that's what you drafted him to be a superstar pass rusher.
He has to be a star.
Yes.
He has to be, not this year, in the next 3 years, he has to be a dominant defensive end, or we're going to look back at this draft and say, Muji, he's got to be, and that's it. And I know you've been asking the question why he gets no attention as the number 2 pick in the draft. He's been so under the radar. I mean, I just think so many of us wanted Arvell Reese. It was kind of like, it's not a sure thing 2 pick. It wasn't the automatic 2 pick. It was Reese. It was Bailey, Reese. Yeah. It didn't go, and everyone's just like, okay, Bailey. Well, but predominantly, most people did want Reese. I mean, I kind of wanted Reese more. I'm happy with the Bailey pick. I understand it. But I think that's why I kind of, flew under the radar, and it's still flying. And you know what? That's good in New York. Fly under the radar. Do it on the football field. Don't need it beforehand. That's all BS.
Yeah, and you look at the other picks after Bailey, too. You had 2 offensive guys, right? Flash, Jeremiah Love, Carnell Tate. Then you had Reese. Then even Mansour Delane was a poppy name. Sonny Styles after that. Bailey's kind of the Texas Tech guy.
He was a transfer.
Totally.
Yeah.
He's not really on social media either, which I like.
He's not good at all. No.
Like he's got like an Instagram, but he's not like posting like he's I haven't seen him. He wasn't at Fanatics Fest with like Cooper and Sadiq who were there. Like Arvell Reese was there from the Giants. Like he's kept a very low profile since he's been drafted.
And I love that for us. I think that's what these guys need. The last thing you want is this guy to have a bad practice or a bad game, and then the whole media jumps on his back. We would have done that if we had a Jeremiah Love or a Carnell Tate. Why are you having big games? I think David Bailey, 2 guys, the position he plays, edge. I've always said this. I'm not just saying this now. It can sometimes be coaching proof to a degree. Get into the quarterback. Like, it doesn't really matter what system you're in. If it's 3rd and 9, you're lining up on the outside. It's you versus a tackle. That's it. You got your moves. They got their sets, and you got to figure it out. You don't have to overcoach DNs if they know how to get it done. I think he's that type of player, guys. I don't think you have to get him and be too cute, which is why I didn't really love Reese as much. I just thought with Reese, you'd have to figure out a few more different ways to get him, involved. But,
4-4. I'm saying it again. I look at this.
That'd be cool.
I look at the schedule, and I'll tell you why. Tennessee has to be, I'm with Jake, has to be a win. That's 1. You then have to win 1 out of 3 that you're not supposed to. Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago. In the NFL, teams win games you're not supposed to. Give me 1 of them. I don't know which one. 1. And then 2 of the next 3 of Cleveland, Raiders, New England. Yep. Come on. If you want to be a decent football team and we have a decent quarterback and we have all these offensive weapons and this great offensive line and an up-and-coming defense, you got to be able to go 4-4. And if you can't and the thing spirals, you know what's going to happen. So, I mean, I don't think it's as daunting as you think, but it all starts week 1. And that's really, and I couldn't agree with Jake more. You got to beat Tennessee.
They have to win that game. It's so big. Like we all know how this goes if they lose.
Everything starts there because if you win that, you can go get one of the against the good ones. You can get 2 of the next one. But if you lose that, here we go again. I mean, I that's all I'm going to say. You got to be 4-4, Frankie.
Yeah. Look at that, Jake. Can you put that back up 1 second? The schedule, just 1 sec. All right. Do you know the 3 games that I'm most afraid of as a fan is not 2, 3, and 4. Look at 9, 10, and 11. I mean, that to me is even worse.
They're cooked. If you don't like you're saying, if you don't go 4-4,
it's over.
You're screwed. They're 9, done. 10, 11, that's what I'm saying.
That's a death sentence.
You're 4-4. You go in there and you don't know what Mahomes is, and you everything's in front of you at 4-4. Everything, the mindset. We've seen it. We've seen mediocre teams do it. It's right there.
No, we have to win week 1. Jake was the first to say that. And you know what? I know people are like, well, you don't technically, yes, you don't have to win any week unless it's week, 16, 17, or 18 for a playoff spot or whatever. We get that, obviously. But like what he's saying makes sense considering 2, 3, and 4 weeks and then 9, 10, and 11. That's as daunting as you're going to get to start a season before your bye week. They have week 1. He's
why I wait 9, 10, and 11. You don't know who's standing. You don't know who's left. There's quarterbacks gone.
That's true. Yeah,
we're looking right in front of us.
Also, what if the Bills aren't good, right? Year 1 with a new coach. What if Josh Allen is banged up? Like, again, if you're the Jets, give yourself a chance like they did in 2022 when they won some games they weren't supposed to and somehow were 6-3 and 7-4. Like, that's what Saleh did in his second year. I'm not asking Aaron Glenn to take the Jets to the playoffs this year, but I am asking the Jets to be relevant going into that stretch in weeks 9, 10, and 11 where we have a shot. Maybe if we go 1-2 in that stretch, then we could beat the Dolphins and then get healthy over the bye week before we load up the last 5 games. If you want to be optimistic in July, which I want to be right now.
Guys, you know what I think really quick? Sorry to cut you off, Jake. I those first 4 or 5 games, they need to figure out a way. And you're going to think I'm crazy. Got to figure out a way to win 3 of those early. Just knock off 3 wins by week 6, week 5. I'm telling you, if not, they're going to be cooked.
Well, week 2 is winnable without Micah.
Week 2 is so is
in
week
your
1.
home.
So,
yeah.
I mean, like
week 1 has to be
if you want to make the playoffs and you want to surprise people and you want the tankers like me that to go screw themselves like we have a season, you got to show them early, man. Start hot. I mean, you have to, right?
There's games. Why I like the way I'm looking at it is there's games out of the Raiders, Patriots, and I think the Patriots are backing up this year. I think they're good, but they're not as dominant. You should win 2 of the 3 you're supposed to, and you should take 1 that you're not supposed to.
Yeah,
that's the NFL.
Agreed.
And if Aaron Glenn can't get that with what we feel is now a quarterback away from being really good, then he's gone. That's it. That's it. You have to win football games. That's it, guys. I'm happy with my 3 nominations in the Azzy Awards. If I take 1.
Look, I don't get the vote because I make the poll. I'd vote for you for best intro, though. Anytime your intro plays, I get excited.
Very good, guys. Go Jets.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You know my favorite.
Yeah. Who's your favorite intro, Frankie?
I don't know why. There was a David Briga's intro. It's just
One Punch Dave Briga. Yeah.
It's a great intro. I don't know. It's because it's like funny. It's a little weird. It's like it's Briga. I'm a big Briga fan.
Now, this isn't an intro, but Peganardi writes in, Sadiq is a freak with physique. I mean, look, you're not wrong, Peganardi.
I was obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. 7 days a week, has a hernia tweak. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Trying to critique what I read in Newsweek. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Trying to take a peek at his manly physique. Obsessed with Sadiq, certified freak. Time to take a leak and play hide and go seek.
Yeah, baby. Love it. Peganardi in the raffle for 2. Hey, I got a new set of weekly raffle prizes to share. At least the first 2 are officially out there. This week on the show, we're going to raffle away on Sunday, not Saturday, because we're doing the training camp meetup on Saturday at Chef Kevin. So raffle is going to be Sunday for this upcoming week. All your entries will go towards a signed Darrelle Revis football and a signed Garrett Wilson football for our top 2 prizes so far in the raffle. And end of this show today, win a Kenyon Sadiq jersey, Omar Cooper Jr., or David Bailey. The same jersey Tanky V is wearing that he won on the show a few weeks ago. It could be yours or a different Jet player of your choosing. Robin checking in says, my only wish is that we don't wear the word sucks this year. Put my entries for Frank P. We don't wear the word sucks this year.
I hope so.
I just hope the Jets look like a real team this year. That'd be nice. Robin, your entries are in for Frank P. Appreciate the super chat. Let's keep rolling with your calls here, and then we'll say goodbye to Tanky. Dirty's up next on the line. Hello, Dirty.
Hello, everybody. Frankie V. How are you, sir?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. Few points here. So, I think.
Do you have a YouTube show, by the way? I think I've seen you online before.
Yeah, we're actually going to cover the Atlanta Falcons tonight, so we're going through all 32 teams. So
I think I spoke to you before. I've seen your show. Yeah.
I appreciate the tune in, man. We're on our road to monetizing, so that's
good for you, man. No, I know I've seen your yeah.
Actually, there's a symposium in Nashville. We're going next week, so we're going to be down there too. So
cool. I
don't think people really give credit to where Frank Frank Reich. I always mess up his name, but I mean, he's been in the playoffs multiple times as a head coach, as an OC. He's even won the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. I mean, I'm not saying that he's praise all or anything like that, but I think he has more than enough talent and more than enough intelligence to utilize what he has. He can even put Sadiq, was he 6'3", 240, 239, something like that. He's about the same size as Juwan Johnson. You know what I mean? Maybe even bigger. You can slide him right in a slot. That's not that hard. Then you have two awesome slot players with, Omar Cooper Jr., Sadiq. I think AK is going to, or Mitchell, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's going to light up this year. I really do. I think he's a great 2 in there. I think you have a slot that's not really going to be able, he can burn most corners that are in the slot area in that nickel. I just think that we have more than enough to say that we can win. I'm not saying we can make it to the playoffs, but I'm saying that we can have a lot more wins. And if you look at the strength of schedule between quarterbacks, wide receivers, we're in the top 10 easiest. Running backs, we're in the midfield way. And our defense is in the top 8. Not saying power rankings, I'm saying strength of schedule. There should be no reason why we should get more wins this year. And if we can't, send his ass out the door.
Well, I mean, they're going to win more than 3 games unless something's gone catastrophically wrong. This team should win at least 7 or 8 games if they're properly coached.
I agree.
Yeah, they should. There should be no excuse. And if not, I'm telling you now, you either get McDermott in here. This is my opinion, because I think the Bills take a seat back this year. I don't think that new head coach, Joe Brady, I don't think he's going to last as a head coach. Their defense wasn't good the past 2 years.
It's not going to be good again this year.
And it's not going to be good again this year. You're going to have another McDermott was a defensive-minded head coach. You have an offensive-minded head coach coming in. You're going to lay all of the pressure on a new DC to handle that. Okay, whether he can do it or not, I don't believe in Billy being over there. When was the last time he drafted anybody good besides Josh Allen? I mean, like really good Pro Bowl talent. I mean, forget about votings and everything nowadays, but has he done it? What's the last wide receiver one he had in there? Stephon Diggs? He had to buy him. He hasn't drafted anybody good. I see them taking a scale back this year.
It depends on the comp. The only thing is the Bills, it depends on the competition, right? Yeah. Like the Bills are used to beating us and the Dolphins and, some other teams that they, play they always beat the teams they're supposed to beat. That's the thing with the Bills. So, I agree with you. I don't consider the Bills some juggernaut team, but we're not either. And we're going to just prove ourselves that we are. So, I agree. Listen, I don't know if anyone really knows what Frank Reich's going to do with that offense. I know, Jake, you have your thoughts on that, but I'm kind of I'm in I
got to see it to believe it. It's been a while since Frank Reich coordinated a really good offense.
I have one thing I do like I would like to say about Mooj. I'll give you back the show here. I have a feeling if he makes some sort of trade or some sign or whatever it might be, I believe that this is one of the better GMs that we've had in a long time. He's proactive rather than reactive. So if you've ever noticed that he will get somebody, trade for somebody, and then you find out somebody's hurt. He does things before anybody knows anything. Everything is held very close to the chest, and that's what I love about this GM. He gets things done, and he'll trade for somebody, get somebody in before anybody knows any of the news. And I think that's great because then when you try to trade with somebody and somebody has a hurt player, well, then the trade value, for the other team goes up. Like, hey, give us a little bit more. We know that you need. Okay, so I think he's been doing a really good job in that spot the past year and a half now. And, hey, Jets, Jets, baby.
Dirty. Let's hope it's a much better year than anything we've seen the last couple. That is for sure. Candyman in the raffle for 2. Frankie, come to Nashville. I'll buy you a liter of cola. Frankie, is this going to get you to come to Nashville?
Switch cola with mezcal, and then we're talking.
Good job.
Candyman, look forward to seeing you in Nashville.
Are you doing a post game, Jake?
I will be doing a post game from my hotel. I'll be doing a party the day before in Nashville at Barstool Nashville. Gangrene pre-party. You're invited, Mr. Tank. And then we'll have a tailgate in the morning. Game Day Flight Crew and I teamed up. GameDayFlightCrew.com for your tailgate tickets, people. Let's go.
That sounds phenomenal. I won't lie.
What do we got here? Phantom Lights in the house says, Frankie, if I'm flying in from Seattle, I better see you in Nashville. I agree, Phantom. And I can't wait to see you in person.
Good job.
And he also writes in, Jake, what's your top 4 Jets future overs? Love you guys. Well, I'll just give you the prize pick numbers that I've spent the most amount of time discussing on the show because they're an awesome sponsor of the program here. I love Bailey's more than 5.75 sacks. I love Geno Smith's passing yards number to be over 2,600 and a half and 14 and a half passing touchdowns. Garrett Wilson's reception touchdown number, I am way over than just 5. I mean, Garrett had 4 last year and he played in 7 games with Justin Fields as his quarterback. The rookies besides Bailey, I'm a little iffy on. I'm going to stay away. So the ones I'm definitely in on are Bailey's sack numbers. He's the only rookie number I'm going to touch early on. Garrett's touchdown number. Brees, if I had to pick one, I'd go more on his rushing yards, but there's always injuries at that position, so I'm probably going to punt on that. But Geno Smith definitely playing the more on both of his passing props that are available right now. So hopefully that helps answer your question, Phantom. Let's keep it rolling now with your calls. Let's say hello to another guy who was at Gangrene Beach Club 2 weeks ago. Ron L joins us now. Hello, Ron. You're on the program. What's going on?
Hey, Jake. Hey, Tanky. How you doing?
What's up, man?
It was nice talking to you, Tanky. Hey, if Joe Blewett could see you in that jersey right now, he'd be running the other way. He would. He'd be like, oh, no, here he comes. Was the thing with Sadiq, the Adam Shine rap thing, was he really, really into Sadiq as a player?
And his manly physique.
Yeah, but was he really, like, as far as him rating players for the for the draft, was he really into Sadiq? Or is that just like I know we have fun with the song, but did he have him ranked really high as a player?
Yeah, he liked him a lot as a prospect, so he was genuinely happy when the Jets took him.
All right. So I even though I am chubbing for club, I'm wondering about. I know that Mike White is a free agent. And every time you mention Mike White, the year he was there, you always say, Jake, if he didn't get hurt, we were most likely getting the playoffs. So you believe that. I believe that, actually. I thought he played really well for us. So as a free agent out there, I wouldn't have a problem with them getting him unless there's something wrong with him. I mean, wouldn't that be because you know what's going to happen? Somebody's going to get hurt in camp, and somebody's in one of the camps, and somebody's going to pick him up. So all I'm saying, can't you always sign him and then cut him if you don't keep him like other teams do?
Definitely, especially with him. You know what, Jake, sorry for jumping in. Out of all the crazy quarterback things that I've heard this offseason, and I've had a bunch of them myself, I kind of like that idea. I loved Mike White here, man. I mean, I just liked him. He looked the part. I was always a fan.
Too.
As crazy as that sounds, I love the sound of it. It's not going to cost us anything anyway. You put him on the practice squad if he can't get it together, which he hasn't been able to, by the way, any other stint after here. He's been cut faster than you could blink, but it doesn't cost you anything. It's actually a pretty good take, I would say.
I mean, it wasn't like he was just a one-game wonder. He had a nice streak of good play, and and you're right, Jake. If he stays healthy, we probably get in the playoffs that year. So whatever he did, I would say try and find that again. I mean, he did. He is. We do have to say the Hall of Famer Mike White, in that he does have his jersey in there. Anyway, so I'm totally serious. Just thinking about Mike White. So I'm on the on
stay
board.
Healthy is the thing. Like he's even less durable than like Jimmy Garoppolo. But to your point, Ron, like that just shows you like right coaching, chemistry. Like you can catch lightning in the bottle with the right player. Like Geno's more talented than Mike White is. Like I expect Geno to play better than Mike White did.
So I'm on board on the fight for White. Okay.
Fight for White.
Yes, that's me.
That's quite the fight.
Good talking to you guys. Love the show as always. And thank you. It was great meeting you. Funny. You had a good buzz on there. I had to drive, otherwise I would have joined you in the having a good buzz. But anyway, it was great meeting you and everybody. And so enjoy the show.
Ron, outstanding call. All right, Frankie. I saved the best for last here. While you were away, we did a deep dive into whether or not you were flirting during this interview at Gangrene Beach Club with Court Sports. He does a great job, always posting Jet and sports content on her platform. So I didn't think you were, for the record. The chat thought you were. We ran a poll, and people thought you were flirting here. I just think you were having a good time and we're drunk. I'm going to play the clip, and we'll go inside the mind of Tanky V. Was he putting in the work, or was he just having a good time and There was no intention to be flirty here. Here we go. Roll the tape.
Throw it. Throw the ball. Throw the ball down the field. Go and throw it. Throw fucking 15, 16, 17 interceptions. Throw it down. You know?
And you think he's going to throw way more than
I
Justin
think
Fields
he
ever
might-
did?
He might throw like 50 interceptions. No.
50. No, he's actually going to throw the ball. We're actually going to get touchdowns this season, and we're going to make it to playoffs.
No, I don't think so. You know what? Hold on. Ready? Can you re-record something?
We're recording this whole time.
All right, we're gonna record. All right, I got something. Imagine I came on your show like that.
Look at you.
I was very distracted for the record, but
my favorite part was this.
We're going to make it to playoffs.
No, I don't think so.
Just how quickly you're like, Jets gonna make the punch. Like, no, I don't think so. Now they're saying you're leaning in here. Is there a flirtatious lean going on, Tanky? What do you think?
I don't think so necessarily. I think I was trying to get the mic. No, I'm kind of leaning back. I'm trying to talk into the mic, so I even do that here. You know, I kind of have that. Gotta, you know.
Now they're saying she sounds like she's flirting with you, Tanky.
That could be that could be that could. Be. No.
50. No, he's actually going to throw the ball. We're actually
Fucking 15, 16, 17 interceptions. Throw it down. You know?
And you think he's going to throw way more than Justin
think
Fields
he
ever
might-
did?
He might throw like 50 interceptions.
Gio's just gonna throw 50 interceptions this year?
No. He'll throw 50 interceptions if he's here for 2.5 years, yes, but not 1 year.
What do the Jets need to do this season to make playoffs?
If we're being honest, this is what's going to have to happen. The offensive line has to be a top 10 offensive line that is bulletproof. We have to be able to run the football because we are never able to run the football. Breece Hall needs to understand how to really run the football. And then Geno Smith has to make good decisions. We've seen Geno Smith this recently. Can't make good decisions. Speeding tickets, all this stuff, which is fine. Show like that one day, Jake. Deal?
Please do.
If Geno Smith can stop being an idiot, he's 35 years old. Grow up, pal. We can maybe get somewhere. Years old. Grow up, pal. He's 35 years old. Grow up, pal. He's 35 years old. Grow up, pal. We can
I need that
maybe
as a
get
drop.
somewhere.
Yeah. You had a good time in Atlantic City.
Oh, I had a blast, man. It was awesome. I didn't think I'd have that much fun. So much fun. I want to go back. You know, I want to go back.
Incredible.
Frankie, 50 interceptions. I was not flirting for the record. I will say, Court Sports, she's a great person. I'm a big fan. She's smart. She's fun to hang around with. So, I was, sometimes I like hanging out with, people that are fun, and I could be a little flirty, but no, I'm always trying to be a man of my people, Jake. You're one of my people, so
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Frankie V. Frankie, the David Bailey jersey that you broke
Honestly,
out for this show.
Jake, thank you
Incredible.
very much. This is fly, man. This is
Yes.
too fly. Thank you, brother.
Ladies and
Thank
gentlemen.
you, PBM.
Tanky V. He's done it, folks. He's done it. Quick break. A word from Circa, and we're back with more of your calls.
The biggest contest we've ever seen.
Seriously, what's the guarantee?
They're still talking about it.
I think it's time to put the rumors to rest.
Showtime.
$30 million.
$30 million?
$30 million? $30 million?
That's $30 million guaranteed. 3 contests, multiple ways to win, no rate. Entry starting at $1,000. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere.
Circasports.com for all the info. We're going to be out in Vegas at the end of this upcoming month. Live from contest weekend. We'll do our show from the Radio Row setup for what will be the 4th year in a row. We make the trip out to Vegas to really kick off the football season is how I look at it. I know when I'm there every year in late August, we're right around the corner from the NFL season ramping back up. So I can't wait. Hey, enter the raffle. We got a new set of weekly prizes. I got 2 of the 3 or maybe even 4 we'll have this week already established. We got a Garrett Wilson sign ball and a Darrelle Revis sign ball already up for grabs. And end of the show today You pick a Jet first-round pick. You want a jersey. And Bailey, Cooper, or Sadiq, if you prefer a Jet legend, or Garrett Wilson or Brees, we can make that happen for you as well. We're going to get to more of your calls. I do want to say thanks again to everyone who watched all the interview content this morning from the Marty Lyons Celebrity Golf Classic. Check out the first show today, and you'll hear conversations with Marty Lyons, Eric McMillan, Kenny Shroy, John Nitty, Fireman Ed, Lou B. My dad popped on at the end of the show, so a lot of fun to be out in Old Westbury Country Club today, and we helped raise some money for an awesome, awesome cause. So check it out if you missed our first show earlier. Let's hit more of your calls right now. On the Gustbuster Umbrella Hotline is one of the nicest human beings to ever live. His name is Derek.
He's the brother man, Kansas dude who loves the Jets. He's the brother man, can't be more polite and chat. He's the brother man, they call him Derek and he's totally cool. He's the brother man, he's Derek, the Kansas Jets fan.
Yo, Jake. What's up, brother?
What's up, Derek?
Not much. I hope you and all the fellow ass maniacs are having a wonderful day, man. Just one more day until the Jets open up practice. 2 more sleeps until we get pads on Wednesday's first practice. The vibes are pretty high for me, man. I'm excited to see the pads on and the hitting going on. How about you, brother?
It's common. You have to wait a couple days for that because they're always going to start in like shorts and t-shirts before they really ramp up and put the pads on.
Yeah.
But Saturday's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, man. I'm so excited. Super awesome show this morning. I was able to catch it after work. I think it's so cool. No matter how bad the Jets record is, it's so cool that Marty Lyons and all those, they do that every year. So no matter how bad the record is, at least we got former Jets, put on just such a special event like that for sick kids in need. And it was very heartwarming to see that. And I thought you did just a wonderful job interviewing all the former players and everybody that was there, man. So shout out to you. That's awesome.
Thank you for that, Derek. It's a lot of fun. I love talking to Marty every year. Like when he gets choked up talking about his foundation, like it's so real. It's an incredible foundation, and it's cool to be a part of it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think it's so special. I think it just goes to show like just how wonderful this fan base is in general, and just I don't know when we're gonna win, but when we do, it's gonna be so much fun. I loved everybody's calls earlier. That was just on this evening's show. That was so awesome. I loved Ronell's point. It got me thinking. So last year, Lamar Jackson got hurt. Joe Burrow got hurt. Mahomes got hurt. Jaden Daniels got hurt. Brock Purdy got hurt. Like, I really loved Ronell's point. Like, if your starting quarterback goes down, especially in terms of the AFC, like it takes a lot of luck to win some games and get to a Super Bowl in the modern era. So it just got me thinking. I want to see Geno finish the whole season. Like, obviously, I'm not rooting for any player to get hurt, but it just got me thinking of if Geno does go down, not trying to put this out in the universe or anything. If Cade does have to come in, I'm not putting that out there, but I think with where this roster is at, I think that we'll be able to compete pretty well regardless. But I just found it interesting when I was thinking about all the quarterbacks that got hurt last year. Because if your starter goes down, your playoff hopes are like pretty much out the window. And I think with what Muji's done in the offseason, I think this roster is too talented to not be at least, playing meaningful games in December if Geno gets hurt or not, And just one last thing. I was wondering, I love what you were saying about Briggs in the training camp battles in terms of like Jets that we think might have a chance to surprise some people this year. I think with this offensive line, I'm hoping that we can get Braylon Allen, and I want to see Isaiah Davis, even if it's like 2 to 4 snaps a game. I just kind of want to see him get the ball a little bit more. I'm intrigued to see if he gets some special teams action or something going on. I wondered just one more quick thing before I left. Is there a training camp battle that you're most looking forward to, my friend?
Olu Fashanu and Arma Membu versus David Bailey trying to prove he belongs as the number 2 pick in the draft.
Ooh, I love it. I love it. Thanks so much for the time, Jake. I hope you and the fellow Asmaniacs have a wonderful rest of your day, man. Can't wait to get to Nashville and see all you guys, everyone that's going. JETS, Jets go. Thanks for the time, Jake. Love you guys, man.
Let's go.
Just don't let go of the rope.
Derek's awesome. And how about Lou B saying that the big Jet contingent coming to Kansas City is Lou B and Derek, the Kansas Jet fan. They're going. Lou's a madman going to all these away games.
J-E-T-S, Jet.
Last chance to get in on the show. I'm counting all the raffle names. The big fella says Frank Reich, crappy head coach, better as an OC. I don't think he was an awful head coach. Carolina was a mess. It wasn't all him. He did okay in Indy. I mean, Andrew Luck retired, right? He made the playoffs with him, and then Luck retires. He had a different quarterback every year. They should have made the playoffs that year with Wentz. He fell apart. He did go to the playoffs with Phillip Rivers as his starter for 1 year. I think Frank Reich was a decent head coach, but that's a while ago already. The NFL, like, it passes you by quick. So I'm just not as bullish on Frank Reich as some are. Like, I think he's the best of what Glenn could have done after they moved on from Engstrand as late in the process as they did. And you were competing with 10 other franchises that had an opening for their head coach, meaning those 10 teams needed to hire an OC. And you had other teams who made coordinator changes, and you're competing with them. So, you know, the Jets were not an attractive job. Like, you didn't even know who the quarterback was going to be that you were signing up to be the OC for. So to get Frank Reich over some of the other options that were, you know, thrown out there, I thought it was good. I just think we're making too much of, like, oh, Frank Reich's going to, like, you know, take this offense and they're going to be the greatest show on turf. Like, I wouldn't go that crazy with it. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a man on the line who always has a fresh perspective on the Jets and perhaps a perspective on when he's going to get a job.
You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. I'm not saying that Lowski takes steroids. Give me some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Send it this way, Charles!
Hello, Asmaniacs. Hello, everyone.
Charles,
Small time no see.
You ready for Saturday, Chuck?
Yeah, I'm ready for Saturday. I can't wait. What I was going to say, I do agree with you in regards to Frank Reich. I don't think they'll be the greatest show on turf. I think it's a bit far-fetched. Oh, get me on. That's what Mad Max just said.
Can you not read the chat and just
It's on my screen, Jake. I can't help it.
Mad Max, stop messaging Charles in the private chat and let Gorman make his takes.
I think it should be an improved offense under Frank Reich than what we had last year under Tanner Angstrand. I mean, Tanner Angstrand, there were times I felt he didn't know what the hell he was doing. Like, there were times where he just felt like just gave up on the run or just made bad play calls in general. But this year, hopefully Frank Reich, I agree with you. I don't think he was a bad head coach. I disagree with that. But I think he was fine as an OC as well. Obviously, what happened in Carolina was awful, but I don't think it was all on him. So, you know, it is what it is. I definitely am interested in seeing how David Bailey holds up in training camp. I think he's going to be a fine player. I think Carl Dunbar is going to really work him at his best. I mean, Carl Dunbar, in my opinion, is a great defensive line coach. And, you know, I think he's going to – but honestly, if there's one Jet player, now that I think about that, could be a surprise this year, I'm thinking Joseph Osai. I think he could really wow people this year. I know he hasn't wowed people enough with sacks, but he has gotten a lot of pressures. And, of course, how can you sack the quarterback if you don't get any pressure? So that, to me, I think pressure is the most important statistic other than sacking the quarterback as a pass rusher. But there's one battle I'm definitely looking forward to, and I like to see how A.D. Mitchell holds up in training camp as well.
I like that. I think A.D. Mitchell is going to be a name to watch all summer because we heard about him in the spring, and now we're all going to get our chance to see him this summer. Now, let me ask you this, Gorman. The latest with the job hunt, where do things stand? Do we have any updates?
Well, I've been getting a lot of calls from full-time jobs positions, but I need part-time job positions. So I've been I've been putting my resume a lot on ZipRecruiter and Indeed, and a lot of them have been.
Well, Gorman, I'm glad you mentioned ZipRecruiter, because what if I were to tell you that today's Jake Asman Show is brought to you by ZipRecruiter? The one thing I've learned from doing this show is that the Asmaniacs always go the extra step. That's what ZipRecruiter does. Gorman knows. He's using ZipRecruiter. Charles, next time you use it, try it for free today by going to ZipRecruiter.com/audio. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/audio, because I want people to see your outstanding resume. So get it up there on ZipRecruiter, and some of the top people are going to see it. All right?
It is on ZipRecruiter, and hope you're doing well, Jake. I've been speaking with your brother lately, Zach. I hope he's doing okay. Is he coming to the event on Saturday or no?
Oh, he might, in fact, be there if you're going.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, buddy.
Now, before you go, Charles, can you show off that shirt you're wearing? Is that Goku I see on it?
Yeah, I got it from my ex-girlfriend. She gave it to me.
Your ex gave you that?
Yes.
It's a great shirt.
It is. I respect the franchise.
Who's your ex?
I'm not saying her name for privacy reasons, but I will say that things got a bit out of hand, mostly with her mom. She was a bit too domineering. Yeah.
When was the last time that you
I was with her? 2023.
Yeah. Oh, so it's been a little bit.
Yeah, I've been single for about 3 years now. So yeah.
Would you say you're single, ready to mingle?
You could say that.
It's good to know. There might be some pretty ladies, or as you would say,
lovely ladies.
Lovely ladies at our event on Saturday, Charles. You should have seen Atlantic City. The amount of hot broads we had there, they were all asking about you.
I know Mimosa was there. I saw the pictures with her and
yeah,
Nick
she was
Shine.
there.
Oh, she's doing better. And if Mimosa comes on the show, tell her she has my condolences. I know she lost, I think, was it her mom, or I think she lost her mom. Mimosa, if you can hear me, I'm sorry for your loss.
It was her dog.
It was her dog? Oh my God. That dog was so beautiful.
Stella.
Mimosa, I'm sorry about your dog. You have my condolences. I'm really sorry.
Now show off the gift that you got from Nick Shine over the weekend as well.
Oh, it's
also losing a mom is worse than a dog, just so you know, Charles.
I know. Hold on.
You're more upset about Mimosa's dog passing than the thought of her mom passing.
You know what? Hold on.
Oh God.
This
all could go anywhere right now, folks.
Oh, it's facing me. You know, I'll send you a picture of it via text.
I don't want a picture via text. I wanted the audience to see it. And he's gone. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why Charles Gorman is Charles Gorman.
Hi, I'm Charles, and I'm going to talk about Spider-Man and movies and sports and video games and maybe hot chicks.
I do appreciate Gorman mentioning ZipRecruiter, though, because they are a sponsor for this week and next week on the show. Incredible. All right, last call to get in on the raffle. Let's get some names on the Wheel of Champions here, baby. We got a Jets jersey to give away, a new set of weekly prizes. A lot of legendary callers are coming out of summer hibernation. Training camp for the Jets is tomorrow. Full team reports. Glenn speaks. It's getting underway, baby. Also, make sure you vote in the Azzy Awards. We're going to close poll voting coming up here shortly. The Fall from Grace Award is up for grabs. Tomorrow morning on the show, the Most Anticipated Return Award will be up for grabs. Take a look at your nominees there. Get ready. It's going down. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a guy on the line who's out of his mind. Ladies and gentlemen, we call him many things on this show, including the name Mad Max.
If Mad Max ain't yapping about jets, that boy, he's jamming, he's slamming, freaking dancing, wall smashing. I'm Jake Asman. If Mad Max ain't ever stopped yapping, that boy, he still be dancing. Then call Jake Asman, he got an orange wall.
What's up, Asmaniacs? How you guys doing? So let's talk about some points. So Jets training camp actually does start tomorrow, and Aaron Glenn's going to be close. This Fall from Grace Award should really be falling to Aaron Glenn when he's going to suck next year. It should be called the Fall from Grace Award. He used to be prominent head coach, but he fell from grace in the Jets.
When was he ever a prominent head coach?
I'm saying as a prominent player. I meant he was a prominent player for the Jets, but his fall from grace, like Allen's point, he fell from grace with most Jets fans as a head coach. He's terrible, honestly. And then my second point, we have 3 preseason games. We have Tampa, Pittsburgh, and New York. Tampa, we're going to be boxing them. We're going to be like, they'll be the rematch. Tampa beat us in the regular season. We're going to get the knockout punches. Then we played Pittsburgh. We play our old former quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. We're going to be tossing around like hamburgers. Like,
Not farting.
And then with the Giants, the Giants, they think that they're more superior to us. Honestly, the Jets are more superior to us. And,
Stop farting.
And then I think it's Beast farts. Is Beast a line? Tell Beast to stop farting.
No, Beast, that's not you farting.
That's your fart, Beast. Come on. That's your fart, Beast. Beast. Siamo Beast. What do you thought of the preseason? What do you think about points? Beast, can you hear me? You were mentioning Sadiq, and you was like, what college he goes to? You didn't even know what college Sadiq goes to. How do you not know, Beast? I can do the Wheel of Champions for today. I'll do the Virgin chant. Virgin.
You didn't see you don't get it, do you? You didn't see the awards I won, did you? Nope. You know why? Because you're a moron. The first oxymoron to ever set foot on a planet. You know what? It's like singing August 13th, 2005. Somebody send this loser back to hell. He's nothing but virgin written all over his head. That's why he's such a VIRGIN.
You're not a bake-off champion from 1996. You're not a football coach.
Yeah, sorry, son. Now you need to do. You need to get on your knees and pay homage to a king.
You do not have 35 world belts.
Yes, I do,
motherfucker.
You
don't. You do not. Show me your belts.
Get on your fucking feet and pay homage.
Show me your belts, please. Show me your belts. You know, a true fighter will show them their belts.
I'm gonna give you something right here. Jack Splat, he can eat no fat. His wife can eat no lean. So Jack ain't no other big.
No, Beast, how about we show you 35 world belts? Because honestly, a real fighter will show their belts. You know, a real fighter will show their belts.
Sorry. Get a life, bum. Get a life.
I think you should show because someone that worked today, they were showing their trophies. They showed me their world belts. I like you, Beast.
It's like a pile of slums. You're nothing but weak. You might as well go back behind the 7-Eleven because you're nothing but a joke.
That was an AI, Beast. That photo was AI.
You ain't got nothing on this, Jack. You can't touch me, fool.
You talking about yourself, Beast.
You ain't no pip. You're nothing but a one-legged gimp. That's why you're nothing but weak. You might as well just go back to the front line like everybody else and choke on these nuts.
Beast, what do you think is going to have the biggest fall from Grace?
Choke on these nuts, Pally.
Beast, who do you think has the biggest fall from Grace?
I got a pinwheel for you. Yeah, so you can blow me. How you like that, hot shot? You lost.
What a rumble between those two. Ozzy Fuller's in the Asmaniac raffle for one.
Hello? You play to win the game.
We're playing to win a Sadiq, Cooper, or Bailey jersey, or a Jets player of your choosing. Ozzy, thank you. You were in the Asmaniac raffle. All right. Since I forgot the other day to close poll voting, I'm going to close poll voting before we do the raffle for the Azzy. So this way I can't forget. So ladies and gentlemen, let's declare a winner in the Azzy Award category, Fall from Grace. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Alan. Alan is your winner of the Fall from Grace Award. 39% of the vote went to Alan, 29% went to V-Man, 22% to JJ, and 10% to Dre Correa. So Alan wins the Fall from Grace Azzy Award.
Good job.
Now, who's going to win a Jets jersey of their choosing? Bailey, Cooper, Sadiq. You pick the player if your name is called on the Wheel of Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we bring on the master of raffle ceremony to send us to said Wheel of Champions.
just scored a goal while playing some soccer on my phone. I feel good. Hey, girls, wheel, please. We're going to get one winner, are we? And as Bob Barker once said, help control the pet population and have your pet sprayed or neutered. Let's spin the wheel and get some winners. A 3, a 2, a 1.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Oh, yeah. The Wheel of Champions needs to be spun. We got 30 names on the wheel. To claim your prize, here's what you need to do. Email me, asmanjake@gmail.com. Your name, your address, the player you want a jersey in, and the size you want a jersey in. Brother Yeti at the buzzer will allow it. He is in the raffle for one. Yeti, congratulations. You're in on the wheel. All right, here we go. Good luck to all. Only one can win. You're all in the weekly raffle on Sunday this week. Today's winner is the Doc has done it. Doc Jet Fan is the winner. Give him a hug, Woody.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
Doc Jet Fan, your raffle winner. Congratulations to Doc Jet Fan. Hit the Jet chant for Let's go. Doc had a 33% chance to win because he had 10 of the 30 entries. And I'm bad at math, but I am a baseball fan, so I know what some math is. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks to everyone who watched our show this morning from the Marty Lyons Golf Classic. We'll be live tomorrow. We will have not one, but 2 shows for you. Glenn's going to speak in the afternoon, so we'll cover that then. We'll have some news in the morning, I'm sure, to address, so we will hit on that. Sabo's going to join me on Wednesday this week in the afternoon because we want him on after a Jet practice for his observations. The first Jet practice of the summer is going to be this Wednesday. So the guest lineup a little different this week, but some of your favorites will still be appearing on the channel just on different days. Again, you guys are the best. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you guys soon. JETS, 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 Jets. Take it away, Greeny.
I have enjoyed listening to your podcast during the season. I used to listen to a lot of politicals talk, on podcasts and stuff, and it has just become impossible. It's so depressing. It doesn't pass the time in a nice way. So I found your podcast, and I would listen to it a lot, and I really enjoyed it. And I agreed, candidly, I found myself agreeing with a lot of your perspectives last year. I was very down on the coach, and I know you got a lot of flack for that, but I thought you were absolutely right.
I mean, think about what you said, though. You used to listen to political talk stuff, but it was so depressing. You started listening to a podcast about the Jets who haven't made the playoffs in 15 years, and that was somehow more uplifting.
That's just how depressing the state of things are. But the Jets, I don't know, for whatever reason, I was scrolling through. I actually just searched one day Jets podcasts, and I found yours, and I liked it. And so I probably listened to 3 days a week, and I really enjoyed it. And I hope that the conversation is a little more cheerful as this season gets going. With the Asmaniacs and all of that stuff that you guys have, and you're always, I don't even understand what the contesting is that you're doing, but there's something that one can obviously do to participate in the program that I'm not aware of how to do. Whatever it is you're saying to do, hit a line, come to a thing, whatever it is you can do to win something. I wouldn't know how to do it even if I could, and I can't because I'm driving the car while I'm listening anyway. But one way or another, I do enjoy the show, and I've heard you very mad, which I have supported greatly. I'm hoping to hear you a lot happier this year, and I'm hoping to be happier myself.
Hey, Asmaniacs, make sure to hit the like button and keep on supporting the Jake Asman Show.
That's right, Beast. If you don't subscribe to Jake Asman Show, the Jets will never win another game. Go Jets!